Tottenham Hotspur taking on Liverpool this weekend in the Premier League. And Mark, it's a bit of a different story to the last time the two faced off in this competition.
Yeah, well, I was at the game in December at Anfield, and it was the top two. You know, Liverpool won that game and went clear at the top, and since then they've both had real bad patches of form. So they'll start the game on Thursday, both outside the top four, which you would have never have imagined considering Liverpool's title win last season and the way they started the season. So both teams have lost form. It's very patchy right now, but I think Liverpool's loss of form has been the most alarming because they just can't score a goal. I think it's now 438 minutes without a Premier League goal. So, to go to Tottenham and break that run, it's going to be tough.
Remember last time, obviously, as you mentioned, Liverpool won that one 2-1. And it was when Mourinho said that the best team lost, and there was a bit of a spat between him and Jurgen Klopp. Do you think there's a chance that tensions could boil over again with everything that's going on right now?
I do think there is, yeah. I do think that Jurgen Klopp is getting increasingly agitated by what's happening at Liverpool in terms of results and performances. We all saw his episode of Sean Dyche, the Burnley manager, at half-time last Thursday when Burnley went to Anfield and won. So, Klopp is feeling the heat. I don't think we can doubt that because, Liverpool have stopped scoring goals. They're not winning games. They've fallen out of the top four. And not only that, they've got some tough games coming up. I mean, Tottenham away is probably the worst place to go because Mourinho knows how to get a result. He knows how to eke a result out of a game. And for Mourinho, he'll be more than happy with a 1-0 win. So it's going to be a really tough game for Liverpool, and especially with Kane and Son doing so well for Spurs, that you really can't look beyond the Spurs winning this one because Liverpool have been so out of form.
Do you honestly think that might be how it goes then, that Liverpool don't get a win yet again in this game?
Yeah, well, they played much better at the weekend against Man United in the FA Cup, but they still lost. They scored 2 goals in Mo Salah, but they lost the game. And I think, the injury problems are still there. The defensive, they're still missing Van Dijk and Joe Gomez. That's not going to change. So without your 2 best centre-halves and you're playing against Kane and Son, that's going to be a real tough task for whoever's playing, So, and Fabinho will probably play at centre-half again, but they miss his drive in midfield. So the odds for me are stacked against Liverpool. And, you should never write a team like Liverpool off because, they've shown over the past 2 years, champions of Europe, champions of England, and they've got some great strikers, great attacking players, but the attacking players aren't performing right now and the best defenders are missing. So that to me says that they're a weakened team, they're a team in trouble. And Tottenham, Tottenham's form has been up and down as well, but I do think that Tottenham being at home with their best 2 strikers fit and available, that Spurs have to be favourites.
Who's in more danger of not making the top 4 out of these 2 teams?
Well, that's a big question. If Liverpool can get some sort of form back in the players, but I still think Liverpool will finish top 4. At some point, Salah, Firmino and Mane will start scoring goals again. I think that's clear. But, the sooner the better, really, because they are dropping away. And it's very intense and competitive this year. Everton are challenging for the Champions League. West Ham are challenging for Champions League. Leicester. I don't think the margin of error for these 2 clubs is very big. So I do think Liverpool are favourites to finish top 4, but in this game on Thursday, I think Tottenham are favourites to win.
As for Tottenham, let's end there. For Jose Mourinho and this Spurs side, what's the best they should be achieving this season?
Well, the best they should be achieving is top 4. I think if Spurs miss out on the top 4, that'll be a failure of a season. Although, they're in the final of the Carabao Cup. They haven't won a trophy for a long time. So I think if Spurs win a trophy, the fans will actually say, well, that's been a good season because they're desperate to win some silverware. But in terms of the Premier League, anything outside the top 4 will be underperforming considering where they were at the start of the season, where they were in mid-season, and the goals that Kane and Son have scored. But they have to start playing better to actually get in the top 4. So I think they'll miss out on that, maybe win a cup.
Yeah, massive game ahead this weekend, Spurs against Liverpool in the Premier League.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.